Good morning, all of you. This is Divya Tiwari welcoming you all in the NIOS online classes. Here I shall be teaching you your NIOS syllabus of the mathematics. We shall be focusing on the various concepts of the mathematics, as well as we will be making sure that you qualify your exam of your NIOS with least of efforts, and you will develop a better understanding for the various concepts of the mathematics. So without wasting any time further, let's proceed our today's class topic, that is coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. It is the module number 3 of your syllabus, and it is very interesting and very easy subject, which I personally feel people and the students find it quite interesting to understand, and it is very important also. It is as simple as well as it is very important. So for the purpose, I have selected this topic for you to start with this topic. Okay. So here in today's class, we shall be briefly discussing what is coordinate geometry. What is the need of the coordinate geometry? What is the reason why we are going to study this coordinate geometry? As if in बचपन की class we study about profit and loss, then we come to know कि उसका हमको एक utilization होता है. When we go for shopping, then we come to know कि यहाँ पे हमको profit हो रहा है, यहाँ पे हमको loss हो रहा है, इससे हमको इतने पैसे लेने हैं. When we study plus and minus, इतना हमने दे दिया तो इतना हमको मिलने वाला है. So in the similar way, what is the purpose? What is the utilization? Why we are going to study coordinate geometry, and where we see this? Because actually what I feel students can't relate with the topics because they don't know what is its application. So our main focusing will be कि आपको वो चीजें दिखे भी कि हम ये चीजें कहाँ पे use करते हैं. So that will make you more curious to know about the particular subject and the particular topic. So firstly we would understand what is coordinate geometry. ठीक है. So the coordinate geometry is a very interesting branch of the mathematics. It uses the two branches of the mathematics, that is algebra and geometry. So what is algebra? We all have studied about the various variables and the constant. If you don't know what are variables and the constants, then you can simply recall it. You have studied about the x, y. So these are what? These are variables. So variable we study about the x and y. That means the value of which is not fixed, it changes according to the situation and the condition, and with generating a relationship between the constant or fixed value, that is 6, -6 or any other number. So this branch of the mathematics is known as algebra. And geometry, we all are aware that the various shapes present on the earth and their measurements and dimensions. So all this is study we do in which mathematical branch? In the branch of the geometry. So I hope the combination of this, it has been clear. How these two are blended together, that we will see further. So for if now, I suppose that you should be clear what is algebra and what is geometry. So now how these two are blended together, how they are utilized together. So let's take an example. If a student A is standing here, okay, I don't know where it is. Let's suppose this is a student A. It is being standing at somewhere. So how will I say that what is its position, where it is standing, where is he now? How would I say a student B to go कि वो वहाँ पर है, go and meet him? So for that, for explaining, for understanding the position, how would I say कि this particular person is standing here? Not only a person, but if I do say any object in the field of the science, we see satellites, planes. How do they use the coordinates to locate their position? So for locating the position, we do study what? We do study coordinate geometry. So how we represent? It is a shape. Obviously, any object, anything has a particular shape, whether it is a point or a circle or anything, it has a particular shape. So I will represent the position of the shapes by using what? By using x and y. What are this x and y? These are variables. So what? So now you can see that these two branches are connected together. Circle is a shape, whereas x and y are the variables. So in the way they are connected, and the another branch of the mathematics was introduced, that is coordinate geometry. Now I hope the basic application or the basic purpose, what is coordinate geometry and where we do see, it is being clear you to all. Okay, so now we will see how do we locate, how do we use this thing, how do we use the concept for locating a thing. So for that, in your syllabus we are only focused about the 2D geometry. What is 2D geometry? 2D geometry is this any geometrical shape which has only 2 dimensions, whether length or breadth or anything. ठीक है, जब हम बात करते हैं कोई भी आपकी जो ज्योमेट्रिकल शेप है उसमें हमको लेंथ और ब्रेथ की ही सिर्फ रिक्वायरमेंट है टू एक्सप्लेनिंग और टू डिफाइनिंग इट्स डायमेंशन, then that particular is known as what? 2D dimension. So this is about your geometry. Okay, so now in your algebra we will be using only rectangular Cartesian system. So what is this rectangular Cartesian system? We all know that in bachpan ki class mein we have seen the graphs and we have located things. So let's just see it once again. So this horizontal line is known as x-axis and this vertical line is known as the y-axis. When the horizontal line and the vertical line is intersecting each other at the angle of 90 degrees, then this is known as the rectangular Cartesian system. Rectangular Cartesian system. If you are till not now clear what is this, then you also go back in your 6th 7th ki class. There we have studied about the number line, and we used to represent a particular number on a number line. Just if I say integer number, so here we take positive values and here I take the negative value. So there we were using only one axis, that was x-axis. So here we are using both the axis, that is horizontal axis and the vertical axis. This is known as x-axis and this is known as y-axis. And why this is known as rectangular? Because these two axes are intersecting each other at what? At 90 degrees. So this is the reference point, from where we calculate the distance, that it is going to be +1 -1. Just like here in the number line we use a reference number 0. 0 को हम represent करते थे ना, इसकी जब right hand side पे we move, then we take positive value, and when I go back, when I go its left, then I take its negative value. So in the similar way, this will be the reference. Here x and y both values are 0 0. Here nothing distances travel, x is also at 0 and y is also at 0. So if I go its rightwards, then it will represent the positive values of the x. If I go left, towards the left of this 0, I will represent the negative values of the x, and I will represent this as x dash. In the similar way, if I go up from this origin, this O is known as the origin. If I go from up here, then I would represent the positive values of the y, and in the similar way, if I go down with this 0, I will represent negative values of the y. Okay? So now I hope it is being clear. It will represent the positive x value. It will represent x. Ox will represent the positive x value. Ox dash will represent minus x negative values of x, and similar way the Oy will represent the positive values which are being, or the positions which are being forwarded into the positive directions. In the similar way, Oy dash will represent the negative values of y. Okay, they will represent this. So by this, as I have told, we will be focusing on the 2D. So 2D is what? 2D is plane of paper. So here we can say that this particular being divided into 4 quadrants, or you can say in 4 planes. Okay, so this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, and this is third quadrant, and this will be fourth quadrant. So let's discuss this further on new page. So if I change color, okay, so the concept of the quadrants, because it is just basic introduction, so you should be clear. ये बचपन की क्लासों का पढ़ा हुआ भी है, so you will just recall what you have studied. If you have missed any concept, then also you can recall this. So see, this is y and this is y dash. So this is first quadrant, this is second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this is first quadrant. Here, as if I have told you, it will represent positive x value, this will represent positive y value, this will represent minus x value, this will represent minus y value. This is minus x and this is minus y. So here, when both the values, that is the values of x and y, are positive, then we will locate, then the position of that particular point or object will be in where? In rectangular Cartesian system, it will be in first quadrant. Okay, when both are positive, both positive. Okay, when I say both, that means the values of x and y. What is an x and y? X and y is the distance of an object traveled on the horizontal axis as well as on the vertical axis, that we will discuss in more detail in an example. So for if now, just make, I would like to कि कौन सा coordinate कहाँ पे locate होगा, ठीक है? So this is for your when both the values, that is the value of x and y, is positive, then we will locate it in first quadrant. Then when the value of x is negative but the value of y is positive, then we will locate the such point in second quadrant, that is minus x and plus का y. ठीक है, इसको we can represent it as, ठीक है. And here, when both the values are negative, that is the x distance is also in negative direction and the y distance is also in negative direction, then we will use the third quadrant to locate, the position of the object will be in third quadrant. And in the similar way, in fourth quadrant, the value of x will be what? Plus, and the value of y will be minus. I hope it is being clear to you all how we are going to use this rectangular Cartesian system to state the position of an object.
Absolutely clear. Absolutely clear.
So if it is clear to you all, then I will take an example what we have studied till now, what is its application. So let's see an example. If I take 4 points, namely A as 3, 4, or I take B minus 4, 2, and if I take C as suppose I say 0, 3, and D as if I take इसको minus का कर देते हैं, and we take it as -1 and -2. Then how do we use this? How do I can say that ये कहाँ पे situated है? Then this particular thing is stating is that कि A ने horizontal direction में कितना distance travel करा है? 3 units travel करा है, and B ने A ने vertical direction में, that is in the direction of the y, it is traveled what? How much distance? It is covered 4 units. So if I locate this, my lines are not straight, but these are particularly straight at 90 degree. So make sure जब आप इसको draw करें तो ये चीजें बिल्कुल उसी तरीके से हों, ठीक है? And this is 0, that is origin, 0, 0. These are the necessary things which you should always mention on your graph while showing any question, while representing any question. So if I now locate, so as if I told both the values are positive, then this will be located in what? In first quadrant. So I have just taken these values. This distance should also be uniform. The distance between each points, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4 should be uniform. It's not like this कि जैसे मेरे 3 और 4 के बीच में ज़्यादा distance हो रहा है. It should be equal, ठीक है? So here -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on. Here plus का 1, plus का 2, plus का 3, and here I take minus का 1, minus का 2, minus का 3. Okay, so if I do locate this A, then it will be showing this 3. X-axis पे कितना चल गया 3 और Y पे कितना चला है 4. तो here if I take 4, so it's 4. So y की corresponding कितना हो गया 4. So I will be locating this is at here. So this is my position of point A. And if I say what is the position of B, then B is telling me that I am at, मैंने x डायरेक्शन में -4 चला है, यानी अपोजिट मैंने ट्रैवल करा है, और y में मैं कितना चला हूँ, वर्टिकल एक्सिस में मैंने कितना मूव करा है, 2 मूव करा है. सो आई विल बी रिप्रेजेंटिंग दिस हियर. सो दिस विल बी माय b. ठीक है. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर will be the position of the B, and the C, I will say C I have located here. C I have located 0,3. C saying x पे मैं नहीं गया, I went only in माइनस के वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन में मैं गया कितना 3. तो C is telling me I am here. So C told me that he is here, and D is telling me मैंने दोनों में माइनस माइनस का किया है, then D will be. So this is the basic way to represent the particular position of the various points. So if you want to study more about the coordinate geometry and the various other concepts of the mathematics, then do enroll yourself in NIOS online class. Thank you. Have a good day.